And she doesn't do well with the vaccinations and all the shots and stuff. It makes her kind of lethargic, and then
Yeah, you remember when you get a shot, right?
Yeah.
Vaccine or whatever,
Yeah.
it makes you feel a little down, almost like you do have the flu for a day, maybe.
Felt a little warm. So,
Aw.
but the thing is, and she's home by herself because, of course, we're both working. We feel bad about that, but she's pretty much going to sleep the day away. But that's kind of one of those things.
Extra snuggles with you later.
Yeah. And then that's a kick in the nuts price-wise.
Yeah, it was probably, $100 per pound?
Not quite 100 per pound. Not a bad guess, though.
I was close.
Man, I tell you what's crazy about it, though, man, is those meds are no joke. Like, you're like, okay, well, the blood work is $95. I'm like, sounds great. That's cheaper than my blood work. Let's do it. But and then the stool sample thing, to check for the stool sample for the heartworms, that's like $75, $80. We go, man, this is great. Vettin done gone down, right? And then they said your heart guard is $90 for 6 months. I'm like, actually for a year.
Oh, and that's when you have a little dog.
Right, you're right. That's I got that for a year.
Yeah, because the bigger dog, you get 3 months and you're grateful.
Then they hit me with that flea med. That flea med, however, was not $90. Those flea meds were no joke. Half the cost of the trip were the flea meds.
I bet.
$284.
And in Florida,
$284 for a dog that goes out just when she pees. This is an inside dog.
Yeah, but fleas get inside all the time. Our cats have the issues, and they never go outside.
Oh, man. We haven't seen one on her, of course, because we've had her on these meds forever. But God almighty, I just could not believe how expensive it was. I don't usually deal with that. Like, I don't, my wife takes care of all the stuff. She pays for everything. So I'm not really,
Surprise.
I don't really see those kind of bills. I see the emergency bills. I don't see the regular checkup bills. Good Lord. That's expensive, man.
It is.
$600 trip this morning. Boom.
You and your wife have, I presume, separate accounts?
No. We have the same account.
Oh, same account. I was going to say.
We're Americans.
It sounded like, well, no, a lot of people do that.
I'm joking, yeah.
It seems like, she had you take the dog to the vet.
Oh, yeah. Well, she had a meeting this morning.
Oh,
so
I'm sure she did, yeah. I have meetings all the time, too, Jim.
I already thought about it. But then she's, just lethargic at the house doing her whole thing. So hopefully she'll be
she'll be mopey-faced.
Usually it's a couple days before she snaps out of it.
And then she's going to give you the side eye because you called her fat.
She is going to give me the side eye because I called her fat.
You've got you just already set up your evening. Congratulations.
The other thing, too, is she's got, I don't know, do you guys have this with your dogs or animals? She is, she goes through this thing where she doesn't drink water sometimes. I have that Yeti that I bring into the station every day, and right before I go to bed, I fill it up with ice water to take to bed with me, and inevitably, she'll play around in bed for a little bit, and she'll come over and start pawing at me for some of my ice water. And not only has she not done that, when I call her over and shake the cup, and you can hear the ice water rattling against the side, usually that's the rattle call.
Right.
She just isn't really consuming water. She goes through these weird stages where she will and then she won't. So we're forced to kind of put water in her food, so that when she eats her food, she gets her intake of water. And she's a tiny little thing, but
trust me, though, with a dog that I lost due to kidney issues and ended up having to put IV fluids in between his shoulder blades in his back. I remember you
we did that one time.
You definitely want to try and get as much water in her as you can, even if it means, maybe just giving her tepid water. Maybe it's too cold now.
You think?
I mean, we change it up and see if maybe that's it. Maybe room temperature water will get her interest in it again, because maybe it is too cold when she drinks the ice water and she's just turned off from the ice water, but maybe not water on its own.
Yeah, it is. She turns her face away from it like it's a bowl of rat poison.
Well,
I'm like, man, what are you
doing?
doing?
She is Jim and Tori's dog, so are you giving her like Avion?
No. She's getting tap water. My God, man.
Tap water. No wonder she's turned her nose up at it.
We even put a little ice in it because usually she likes the ice and the water. She likes that. She got a little bougie on us where she wouldn't even drink. We would give her water and she would just look at us. I put a cube of ice in and she'd start drinking.
Well,
so I mean, she is a little bouge, but I mean, it just kind of, it's a little rattling because I know that the water thing is the thing.
Big deal.
Yeah, you can't avoid that for sure. So
I used to give my dog tap water until his dog farts at night would burn off my eyebrows, and I just couldn't find the time to just paint them back on every day.
The sulfur from the water or whatever.
Do you remember the movie old The Ten Commandments. It was just on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched it.
So did I. Love that movie. I can't help it. When the green spirit
Oh,
of
yeah.
death is creeping along.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the actual impersonation of a dog fart.
Yeah.
It sneaks along the ground.
My dad would sneak those in occasionally too. He'd walk by the press when I was operating the press and just crop dust me with one of those.
Oh no!
And and then he'd be gone for like 3 minutes before it hit you because it was so heavy. It took it a minute to rise up through the air. Literally had body to it. You could feel it hit you. It wasn't just you could literally feel the pressure of it on you. And I mean, the good thing is I don't have to take care of my nose hair for a week.
So it
was
is
literally.
dealt, it shall be smelled.
Man, it was not good. By the way, I accidentally crop dusted the cleaning crew yesterday.
Oh yeah, Jack. Get this. So we're leaving at the end of the show last night. Thank you for being a gentleman and waiting till I had opened the door and had started the process of leaving.
And by the way, I did a full ass workout yesterday holding that in. That was a full glute workout holding that in until the end of the show and you getting out of the room.
And then right before Jorge and Joanna come in to clean our studio.
I just told Deborah, I said, I waited for you to leave so I could rip one in the room. And then sure enough, they put right behind us.
Right.
Like, matter of fact, we held the door open as we were leaving. That's the same open door they used to walk in. Oh, man.
Oh, Jack, you're going to love this. Oh, yeah, they did.
Did they really?
Yeah, you don't remember Jorge asking you how you were doing? Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Was it because of that?
I don't think so, but once they got in the room, it was too late.
It's funny. I ran into Jorge today, and I noticed he has a strong cologne on.
He does.
But it smells good.
Yeah, he does have a nice cologne on.
But now I know why.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
Oh, if he doesn't meet your eyes, Jimmy,
That's fighting the battles, what that is.
you're stone cold busted.
You know how deer hunters put deer pee on them?
Right, exactly.
So the other deer can smell them? Yeah, it's the same thing. I deer peed the studio yesterday. Either way, it's fine. It's going to be good. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. We're going to talk about this Jeep thing. It was a story today with the ducks on the dashboard.
I've been like, what is going on? I live by one.
This started
There's
a while
one-
back.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
My ex had God rest her soul, had a Jeep, and she also had these things on her dash. And the funny thing is, she only had like a couple of them. I just thought it was, she's always been kind of an eccentric person. So
Right.
I just thought it was just something she did because she owned a Montessori school. So I thought it was something to do with her Montessori school kids. But I guess it's a thing.
Yeah.
That Jeep owners have these little rubber duckies that they put on the dashboard.
and it's duck, duck, Jeep.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's ducking.
Yeah, the story I saw today is like that Trooper Steve guy that's on, I
Yeah.
think, Channel 6's website or whatever.
Yep.
He was questioning whether or not it's legal to have all that stuff on your dashboard.
Oh, they used to say, like, same thing, hanging anything from your rearview mirror was
Right.
illegal. Now, we have a Jeep in the parking lot. They have, like, dozens of ducks.
Oh, do they
across the
really?
lot.
Dozens. You haven't seen that dash?
No, I haven't seen it.
What does it mean?
We'll go over that a little bit later.
Oh, that's what they call
I'm
it.
gonna go there. And I want to find out what your favorite car decor is. It's kind of funny how we do those things. Of course, two of the most famous are easy, right? Two of the most famous car decors are very easy.
Fuzzy dice.
Fuzzy dice.
That's a good one. I didn't even think about that one.
naked lady on the mud flaps.
Oh,
That's another good one. Truck nuts.
Truck nuts.
Truck nuts.
They
is
still
what-
make me blush when I see them.
You can't get excited about truck nuts?
No, I don't.
no, dude.
I see them, but
And then, of course, baby on board.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That thing was
Now,
and
how-
then the Garfield cat on board or whatever.
or
Remember that?
Calvin pissing on.
Yes, anything and everything.
Anything that's on a Ford or Chevy or
How
Dodge.
about if the whole drifting thing with the charms on their cars now?
What is that?
You haven't seen like the little charms hang like from a tail hitch or from the back of the car?
No, I haven't seen that.
When we go to break, Google it up. Google it. Google it up. Google the car charms.
that.
Apparently, that's something for like the drifters and stuff like that.
Let's make that a thing.
What?
Google it up.
Google
Google
it
it
up.
up.
Google it up.
Instead
Why
of just
not?
Google it. Google it up.
Also, today we're going to talk about if you believe in karma or not. There was an interesting story I read today about karma. A woman is suing Typhoon Lagoon because of some injury she had, but I'm kind of interested on how that goes out. And whooping cough is back. How crazy is that? These are things like we thought were completely and utterly eradicated. Do you have that today?
No, I don't.
And of course, the TB cases are up as well. It's funny, though, because I heard somebody talking today, they thought TB was kind of eradicated. It's not. We have actually thousands of cases in the U.S. every single year. And actually, I think we had quite a few deaths last year from TB.
Well, and we do have an active case in a South Florida high school. But the good news there is that it requires prolonged exposure exposure to the infected person.
We talked about that yesterday a little bit, yeah.
But still, for a lot of people who may have thought that disease was eradicated, you know, it's still something to put on your radar.
Yeah, and can you violate the rights of a corpse?
Well, yeah, we know of a woman who is facing charges for doing just that.
Well, there's another case out there, and I find it kind of an interesting argument. We'll go over that a little bit later as well. What do you have for news?
Well, Waltz is nominated as UN ambassador.
The guy who just got booted from the National Security Agency?
Yep, already got a new gig.
There you go.
Is he allowed to use Signal in that?
The daughter of a Brevard County man sees the effort, and it was so close to repeal Florida's free kill law. Stall.
I saw that.
Stalled.
Did you see why, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 people didn't show up to vote?
Yeah. And then, and I wonder why they didn't.
Yeah.
And then our final story will be Luigi, the musical.
No, come on. No, come on. Come on. Are you serious? Somebody's funding that?
Do the refinance.
Oh,
sadly.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's Don think about that?
You know what? At HLR-Mario, I'm like, oh, that's my Mario, sound effect, and it's not.
We just found that out. Very good.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we're going to talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
All right, you got it. Let's take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news, and we'll do more of the Jim Colbert Show. I promise.
And let's make that go away. And let's make that go away.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James Miguel and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic slowing down on the Turnpike southbound before Osceola Parkway. There's some congestion there. There's slowdowns on I-4 westbound before Sand Lake Road and through that Lake Buena Vista area. Traffic starting to slow down through the city on I-4 there. And there's some delays on State Road 429 northbound before Seidel Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the 47 Morning Update.
If you voted for Donald Trump, then you've got to start your day with the 47 Morning Update with me, Ben Ferguson. All the headlines from Trump's Oval Office, it's quick, it's bold, and it's unfiltered. So download the 47 Morning Update now wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, everybody, Jim Colbert here with my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Man, what a business. How many businesses can brag that they actually save lives? Well, these guys do every single day. You know, they did this in South Florida for years, brought their operation up here to Central Florida, and immediately started making an impact in people's lives. And here's why. They want you to be proactive with your long-term health care and not reactive. What that means is look inside before there are symptoms. Do not wait until you have a symptom before you seek medical health. And this is exactly what the scan does at Life Imaging FLA. It lets you see how healthy your heart is now, so that if there are issues like blockages or other issues, you can schedule those doctor appointments and start working on that issue right now. That's proactive. That's what they want you to do. And remember, this entire process only takes a few minutes. No dyes. You don't take your clothes off. No injections. None of that. Don't wait. Do what I did. Do what my wife did. My in-laws did. Call Life Imaging FLA. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And it's imperative that you ask about their cancer screening as well, guys, because early detection does save lives. Here's how you make your appointment. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan. You will be connected in seconds. Make that call today and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Total Wireless is made to totally keep up with you. We have unlimited data that never slows you down, covered by the Verizon 5G network, and all for less than $30 a month when you get 4 lines. And the best part, we give you a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G when you switch to the 5G Unlimited or 5G Plus Unlimited plan. Visit your local Total Wireless store today. Total Wireless, we're totally with you. Actual speeds may vary by location. For data management practices, see TotalWireless.com.
Spring is here, The perfect season to give your aging roof the attention it deserves. Florida's highest rated roofer is here to help. Experience the Janney difference and save up to $2,000 this season. Join a community of thousands of happy homeowners.
To go ahead and do it right the first time so that you don't have to hire another company to fix what the company should have done right. And I feel like that's Janney Roofing.
Get started at JannyRoofing.com.
Offer only applies on full roof replacement and expires May 31st, 2025.
Tools Ace Hardware is now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. Steel already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment, and now they're offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get
Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit crushyard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like the Beatles Now and Then, celebrating all things Beatles.
Together, you say goodbye, and I say hello.
Legendary clips, deep cuts, live performances, and all their solo hits.
And on the run.
Listen commercial-free. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Beatles Now and Then, and make it your next preset.
iHeartRadio.
If you ever need our help, we're just a call away. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes. We might even give you credit. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade. The Jim Colbert Show, streaming live on YouTube. Watch us talk.
What it do, Colbert crew?
Hello.
Oh, you know him. Your favorite tea back in Rockledge. And today we raise a beer to rotate your beer day. That's right. Try another beer that you never tried before.
Good idea.
I drink cheap beer, so instead of my normal natty, I went with Budweiser and it tastes like crap, so I switched to PBR. Have a good show, y'all.
See you, buddy.
Oh, PBR.
Listen,
that brings me back.
Let me hit you though real quick. I'll hit you on something real quick. Don't sleep on Bush. Bush beer. You sleep on all the. Yes.
I'm gonna turn my own microphone off. Excuse me for a moment.
I drank Bush beer as a kid a lot.
I bet you
and
did.
I'm telling you, man, I will tell you, as far as like inexpensive beers go, Bush beer isn't a bad beer at all. My dad used to drink Stroh's. I don't even think they make that anymore. I'm not even 100 on that.
My only familiarity with all those older beers from the 70s and 80s was because I had a beer can collection.
Oh, yeah. Black Label, red, white, and blue.
Wasn't drinking them, Deb. Just had the cans.
Just had the cans?
We were hams.
We'd go to the recycling place just to get old beer cans to rinse out and put on our shelf.
Oh, yeah. Keystone.
And your shelves were the milk crates, right?
Yeah. Keystone Light. God, we used to crush the hell out of those.
I grew up around Pabst Blue Ribbon and Old Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah. The Schlitz.
Oh, yeah. Schlitz for sure.
Mickey's Big Mouse. Oh, God. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Your 3 o'clock keyword is cash, C-A-S-H. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000, guys. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Jack.
Yep.
And Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And as always, JCS News brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. Former Florida Congressman Mike Waltz is out as National Security Advisor. This comes after Waltz faced scrutiny for mistakenly adding Atlantic editor Jeffrey Goldberg to a Signal group chat that discussed plans for a military strike. Democratic Senator Tim Kaine said he expects more fallout.
I'm not surprised that there is turmoil after the Signalgate fiasco, but I think there's a lot more. In the words of the late and great John McCain, there's more shoes to drop off the centipede.
Well, Waltz's deputy, Alex Wong, is also reported to be leaving in a post. Trump said that in the interim, Secretary of State Marco Rubio will serve as National Security Advisor. Waltz is being nominated to become the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. All right. Hundreds of Lockheed Martin workers are going on strike at the company's facilities here in Orlando and Denver. The United Auto Workers Union says they're walking out after the company refused union demands to higher starting pay and quicker seniority raises. The UAW says members at the Orlando and Denver facilities voted more than 99% in favor of a strike. A Lockheed Martin spokesperson says the company values its employees and looks forward to reaching a fair agreement for both sides.
So you're saying they wanted to do this?
99? It wasn't 100.
Right.
That's all I got to say.
But I mean, look at what they're dealing with out in Los Angeles County, right? First time ever in LA County's history, you have 55,000 employees from libraries to garbage pickup on strike and walking the picket lines. They have parks closed, health clinics closed. It is, All right. A bill that revamps laws governing condos has passed the Florida legislature. The measure addresses condo safety laws that were passed after the Surfside collapse, which killed 98 people. Those laws require inspections of older buildings and studies to determine how much money should be saved for future major repairs. We've heard from a lot of condo owners who are saying these assessments are killing us.
Yeah.
So the bill's sponsor, Jennifer Bradley, says although they strengthened condo safety, they pose economic challenges for some owners.
With each milestone inspection, our condos are becoming safer, but financial impacts are reverberating. Our commitment remains steadfast to assist condo owners who have absorbed a tremendous amount of change.
Yeah, the bill now goes to the governor's desk for his signature.
Yeah.
So that's something. All right, the daughter of a Brevard County man is disappointed by a last-minute, and I mean last-minute change in Tallahassee. State lawmakers were discussing finally repealing the so-called free kill law. Again, we're the only state in the union who has this law on the books.
I thought it was us in Utah.
Oh, okay, us in Utah.
Yeah.
And then, unfortunately, the bill was pulled off the table yesterday.
Yeah.
The law passed 35 years ago is referred to by critics as the free kill law because it limits which family members can sue over a loved one's medical malpractice death. Mary Jo Kane Reese has been pushing to repeal that law since her father died 5 years ago. Reese was optimistic the bill would finally pass. This is the closest it has come to passing, but now she feels like the air has been let out. She tells WESH 2 it has been a long fight, but she feels like she has to stay the course. Eventually, she will be victorious.
Yeah, it was actually a 49-49 tie, and then 2 senators no-showed for the vote, and then it was broken by, I think, wasn't it Vance that broke the...
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, they had a chance to pass this, but 2 senators no-showed the vote. If I remember reading that right.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. But
me too, but
no. There was an amendment that was added in the Florida case. Yeah, because Vance is the one you're talking nationally.
National, right, yeah.
So here there was an amendment that was added to this bill at the last minute. And then, once they add an amendment, you have to start the whole process all over again. And the session ends tomorrow.
And that's what sucks is it takes a lot of the air out of this so that it's hard to bring that back because it takes money to do these things as well. So, yeah, it's a damn shame.
And unfortunately, it's the money that kept it from being repealed.
And it had support. That's the thing that kills you as well.
On both sides, yeah. All right, a bill that aims to prevent animal cruelty, especially during natural disasters, is headed to Governor DeSantis' desk for his signature. The measure, dubbed Troopers Law, would create a new offense of animal cruelty for those who restrain dogs outside during natural disasters and abandon them. The offense would be a third-degree felony. The bill is named after a dog who was found tied to a fence along I-75 near Tampa during Hurricane Milton when his owner said, well, I didn't know where to take him.
Right.
So I thought leaving him in chest-deep water tied to a chain-link fence along the highway was a great option.
Like the best idea.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was not chest-deep water when he tied him up there.
I love it when Jack defends the animal abusers.
Indefensible.
No, you just want to be honest with your facts. And that's the thing. You just try and make sure you have the facts correct, and people will automatically accuse you of siding with the other side.
Well, he was found in chest-deep water. I don't know what kind of conditions he was tied to the fence in, but when he was found in chest-deep water and growling and snarling at the trooper, to which the trooper said, I would growl and snarl too if I was tied to a fence.
As I was going to continue, it eventually got to chest-deep water, but it wasn't there when he left him there. So there.
He must be friends with the guy.
He does. He loves this guy.
All the videos I saw.
I don't know. And wasn't this guy, prosecuted? Wasn't he charged?
The governor went after him.
Yeah. I mean, he was charged, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do we need a new law to do that?
Yeah, you just had a woman in Volusia County arrested yesterday who abandoned 6 animals. They found 2 dogs eating a dead one because she just walked away and just left them.
There's another one, too, where they found a couple that had a dog that was like just basically skin and bones.
My question was, did we need a law that specifies storm time
I see what you're saying.
to endangering the life of an animal?
I think maybe you do, though. I think maybe you do because, in that situation, you leaving the dog at the house is one thing. You leaving the dog at the house with an impending hurricane or flood is another, right?
Well, without any kind of, provisions.
Yeah, I guess that would, to me, be, endangering the life of the dog. But I guess they make it cleaner legally to prosecute somebody in that case.
Maybe so. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. It just, because we say it every year, don't forget planning for your animals. There's pet-friendly shelters. There's no reason to tie them up against, along the side of the highway.
And when you say chest-deep water, is that for the animal or for a human? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I want the details.
Let's just move on.
I would like actually some chest-deep water right about now with continually rising floodwaters.
Yeah, I would too.
After state Senate approval last month, the House passed the measure this week. Heck, I'd like that rising water just for nothing else than for the drought that's out there.
And then we got a text today. So let me get this right. You can't abandon an animal, but a doctor can kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if they do, you can't sue.
Right,
Because the animal isn't costing anybody any money, right? You don't have doctors, lobbyists, and insurance companies lobbyists